Hi guys, hi everyone. Hi. Today is Wednesday. I just had a very unsavory experience with a waist trainer, but that's not the topic for now. Yesterday, somebody sent me a video, and in that video there was a man talking with his wife, a conversation. It's cute. It's not a real life situation, right? But I know I have seen it happen countless times in reality. So I will just play the video so y'all can watch it. And then, although I am not married, I would give you my perspective as a female on the entire conversation. Watch the video.
Insulting me now because I'm asking for the money I lent you.
The story never clear.
Babe, I borrowed 50,000 from you last week. And just yesterday, I gave you the sum of 200,000 naira. And today, you're asking me for the 50,000 I borrowed from you, forgetting I've given you something even more than that 50,000 naira. Can't you say you're a terrible person?
Ha! So now you found a new way to gaslight me. Because I lent you 50K. Okay, the 200K you gave to me, was that not a promise that you made to me? Which you fulfilled, thank you. But the 50K you borrowed, you want me to forget it?
Okay, now tell me, what did I use that 50K for?
To fulfill your responsibilities, of course.
Oh, to put food in your mouth, to feed you and I.
Is that not your responsibility as man of this house?
Thank you. So please tell me, what is your responsibility? Eh? Talk now.
I care for the house. I make the house very clean and comfortable for you to live in.
My God. Babe, are you not working the same way I'm working? Eh? Okay. Since it's like this, I think at this point I need to ask you a sensible question. Because it's looking like me thinking that you are sensible as I have, like you are on par with me intellectually, is killing me. Please, babe, each time I have money, anytime I'm loaded with cash, tell me, do I hesitate from spending on this family?
No, it is your responsibility as the man.
Oh, now it is. Now it is. Now you know it is my own responsibility as a man. But please wait. Why is it that anytime I go broke, that's when you come out like a demonic angel to borrow me money to feed both of us with the intention of collecting it back?
So, I think a couple of days ago, I posted it on my status about people that make promises and then pretend like they never did and just like continue their lives. I'm not talking about promises like, oh, I'm gonna call. I mean, like serious promises. How do you promise somebody something and then you pretend like you have memory loss? I could never do that. I would never do that. I wouldn't even have a conversation with you. If I know that I don't have the capacity yet to fulfill that promise, I will get back to you and tell you, oh, right now I'm not able to do this, but I didn't forget. Not just pretend like I have amnesia. Anywho, in this video, the man borrowed money from his wife and borrowed 50K, and then he sent her 200K for something that she needed a week after. And she came to him to ask him for the 50K that he borrowed from her. After the 200K he sent to her. And he was like, did I not just send you 200K for something that you needed? She said, yes, thank you very much, you did. But that's not the money you borrowed. Listen, you could have just said, I don't have 200K for what you want. Take this 150K and use this 50K. This is the money I borrowed from you. When you open your mouth to borrow something and you know it is borrowing, you borrowed it, make sure to return it. Don't just give random money and say, oh, take this. You must say, I am returning the money I borrowed from you. If not, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Like, you need to return the money that you borrowed. People asking, are you on the side of the... I'm on the side of the lady. If you borrowed money from me, whether he was saying that they use the money to eat, and she was saying it's your responsibility to feed us. It was just a messy argument, right? But if you borrowed money from your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, make sure to return it. Your word should be your bond. A lot of people these days are very fond of doing that. You borrow money from somebody and then you don't return it. You don't talk about, maybe you borrowed money from somebody and say, oh, I'm going to give you the money tomorrow, and tomorrow you don't have the money. Instead of you to come back and say, oh, I'm very sorry, I had thought this was going to happen and my plans didn't succeed, so I'm sorry, I don't have it right now. But you will just pretend as if you never did it, such a thing. Borrow me where? And if the owner of the money does not come to ask you, you can go for 6 months without talking about it. You are an evil person. You need to repent from your evil ways. If not, you are going to a fire. Yes. The same mouth you used to borrow money from somebody, maintain the energy, maintain that energy when you want to go and beg. Or it's not as if, it's not that when you borrow money you now use fight. It's fight you use and return it. It's until you become fight you have no, that's the bad character. It's a sense of entitlement that's from the pit of hell. When you borrow money, return it. This applies to both male and female. If you borrow money, there's somebody, I even have a real life story. Somebody borrowed money from me. He wanted to pay this and that. I borrowed him the money out of the little. I was, that day, the money that was in my account was very little. But I gave it to him, only for him to block me. He said to give me the next money. Next money, I was saying DP that I don't have picture. Since that time, since I blocked me, and I didn't bother to call him because the money is fine. For the friendship we had, let him take the money and go. No problem. But it's nasty. That's not a good thing to do. It's a bad character. You are not trained well. They do not. You are a thief. Yes, it will know him. Let me give you a couple of real life stories. Another person on my birthday was on the 2nd of June, earlier this year, and the evening before my birthday, somebody called me and was like, hello, can you give me your address? I want to deliver a cake and some gifts to you. And I was like, this person is not somebody I'm really close to, and I'm not the kind of person to feel entitled. So I was like, you want to give me a birthday gift? He said, yes, I want to give you a cake, I want to buy some things for you, you deserve it. And I was like, okay, all right, no problem. I gave him my address and everything, and it was like, okay, first thing tomorrow morning you're gonna see your gifts and yada yada. And then, bear it in mind, I never asked this person for anything. On my status, I don't even post, oh, buy me this, buy me that. I don't post, right? So next morning, because I had a lot of things to attend to that morning, I didn't really pay attention to it. It was later in the evening I realized that, oh, somebody said was gonna send me a cake, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe he forgot, I didn't send it later. I didn't see anything. A week passed, he didn't see anything. Then after that, whenever I post a picture, he would like come to my DM to comment and say, oh, nice picture, you look so good. And then one day he said, oh, when can we see Kiniko? I want to see you, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, nigga, are you mentally unstable? And I asked him, do you have amnesia? He said, no. I said, oh, do you have memory loss? He said, no. Did you hit your head somewhere? He said, no. Why am I asking this question? I said, why? Because you have insanity. You are insane. Do you remember saying, you said, oh, the money you was expecting did not come. Yeah. Listen, I understand that life happens. Life happens. Anything can happen. You can be expecting something and it doesn't come. These things happen. But the issue is when you cannot open the mouth that God has given you. Not even mouth, it's your thumb. Type to me and say, I'm so sorry, happy birthday. I'm so sorry. He didn't even wish me a happy birthday. Because I'm so sorry, what I was expecting to come through. I'm sorry I can't mess up with the promise I made yesterday. He didn't say anything. You didn't even address the situation. You are insane, no? You are insane. He said, hey, you didn't have money, the thing didn't come out as planned, and she be the one that promised me. And I didn't ask him before he promised me. And so I should not ask him. I just blocked him. Go and be foolish in another person's. You cannot be foolish in my life. Go and display your stupidity somewhere else. Don't do it here. Don't do it here. If I promise you something on your birthday, even if I have to sell my kidney, as far as I don't promise you for that birthday, and even if I'm not able to get the money, that day I'm your DM, first thing in the morning, I don't come tell you sorry. I apologize in name. I had the wish to do it, but this came up. I can't do it. I'm not able. I don't get the capacity. I go do it. You people should stop enabling stupid behavior. And yeah, and you are a gold digger. If you promise me something and you don't fulfill that promise, you become very stupid in my eyes. Especially when you don't address it. It is gutter behavior. It is irresponsible. It is immature. You are not grown. You are not grown. That's my own take on the issue. If you tell me to borrow you, whether in a marriage, I don't care the context. If you tell me to borrow you something, and I borrow you the thing, and then you don't return it, and I say that you're getting more and you don't return the thing that you borrowed to me, I be borrowed from me. Ha! I will not even talk about it if you're my husband or you're my babe. I won't talk about it too. But that's the end of it. Another video that I saw was one where a woman was arguing that, oh, men are correct. If you go on a date with a man, you're supposed to pay your own 50%. You're supposed to. Let's use me as an example. I don't like going out. I have motion sickness. Whenever I go out, I know it's going to be a terrible experience for me. So I do go out when it's necessary, but if it's not absolutely necessary, I don't go anywhere. I don't go out, right? So imagine me. We want to go on a date. I don't go on a date with random people that I just started talking to. Now we have to have known each other for a while, and I have known that, oh, this person has some things in his head. And if I've known that, that means you would not be asking me to pay, because you already know the kind of person that I am, and we've already had that conversation. I have difficult conversations at the start, so I wouldn't get into this kind of situation. But let's just say we had the conversation, and then I came out to meet you, and after all the stress I went through, we spend time together. I'm a very good conversationalist. Like, I'm not a boring person to be with. There's no conversation you want to have I will not be able to contribute to, right? And then we have a good time. And it's time to pay the bill, and you were passing it to me to pay my own health. Yeah. Be for real. Just be for real. I feel like men do that to women that they see that they don't have any value to offer them. Because if you have value to offer, then, excuse me, I mean, I can pay, and I will definitely pay. But you will pay for that payment that I paid. Yeah. Thank you. I would never be the person to accept that it is okay for a female or for me to pay half, to get half of the bill whenever I go out on a date with somebody. No, I don't want to touch the bill. I mean, I can touch the bill, but I don't want to touch the bill. And I'm not going to try to be bougie and say, oh, let me just pay, isn't it? I am not going to do that. I am of the mindset that a man is supposed to be a provider. And I am not even ashamed to say that. Like, you are supposed to be a provider. Now, I'm not the kind of person to watch my partner suffer. So definitely when you're, you're not meeting up, or when you have some slack to be cut, I will definitely chip in. I will support you. I would help you. But I'm not going to join you in that provider status now, in that role. I'm not going to. You are going to provide. I'm going to do my duty as a female, but you, as a man, you are going to provide. Am I going to make your life easier? Yes. Am I going to provide alongside you? No, I will not. When I get my salary, when I get my money, with my money, I can handle some things without your knowing, without your knowledge. Is it groceries that are out? I get them. This bill is here. I get them. But for me to say, oh, I want to pay rent, I want to pay the kids' school. No, I would not do that. I would not do it. You do it. And I pray Almighty God enables you to do it. I also would help you. I'll put you in positions where you can do it without complaint. Because I don't want to ever be in that position. Ever. Saying I mean they run the house. No, it's not going to work with me. Or for me. But that's just me though. I want to run your own household as a woman, but I don't. My man has to be here.